Guys, welcome back to my channel. This week we are tackling some small to-dos that I have been putting off. So I want to make a list of all the things. I feel like everybody has this happen. There's all these little tiny things that take no time at all, but we keep putting them off and putting them off because we just don't want to get to it, and it just seems like more hassle than what it's worth. So I have like 5 or 6 things that I want to get done this week. I have to paint. I'm working on this bathroom right here, which is coming up very soon. So I need to paint the ceiling fan for that. I need to install a rope hook for my primary bathroom. I need to paint a patch in my primary bathroom. I want to do a leather clean, like clean the leather of our couch as well. And I have a couple of pictures that I want to hang. And if I have time, I also want to work on Penny's dog food bowl. It's blue right now and it doesn't really go with the aesthetic of the house. So I think I'm gonna get started on those things. And I thought there's no better way to get a bunch of stuff done that I've been putting off than to actually make a video about it and force myself to do it. So you're gonna be my motivation today, which I greatly need because I've been having an off week. And by off week, I mean we got some bad news about the attic. We're having some remediation done in there because there's like some unwanted house guests that we're dealing with, which like don't even get me started on. They're coming next week to deal with that. Like I don't know, I'm just in a funk this week, and like prioritization of things is like not really happening. So anyway, oh, and I want to also break down my workspace in the basement, and I'm gonna move into Ian's office and commandeer it because he doesn't really use it except for on Fridays. And if I need to do some computer work on Fridays, then I can just use his office that he never uses. So anyway, we're gonna jump into it and you're gonna help me get things knocked off this list and hopefully like feel accomplished this week. So I don't feel like I've just been a complete not on log. All right, let's do it. Okay, so I painted the fan and I painted the cover, which is some black spray paint, which I think will help minimize it a little bit. Ta-da! So simple, but yet so effective. And hopefully you didn't just see the back of my arm while I was doing that. Okay, I want to hang this little hook for our robes. We tried to do this and I ended up messing it up, and that's why we had to patch the wall and paint it earlier. So anyway, we are gonna try to do it in a stud this time. Right, there's a stud. We're gonna definitely have stuff there. Oops. Well. We had these hanging in the other room, and it just didn't make sense since this is our ensuite. So that's nice that it's there. All right, one more thing off the list. Hey guys, it's been a few days and I've been doing stuff off camera, and we had a situation with the attic and insulation and some unwanted house guests, so we got those taken care of. And then I have been working on my Halloween costume with Ian, so we are going to be a play on words, nerds, and I saw this online. I thought this was so cute, so I've been working on our costume. I'm going to be the purple and he's going to be the pink, and he wear a pink bow tie, and then I've got a purple wig. So I was working on this week, which surprisingly took a lot of time, but it is what it is. So I haven't gotten to a lot of the things I wanted to do, but I did also finally find some cloth napkins. We're gonna be hosting Christmas and Thanksgiving this year, and I wanted some green, and I didn't want them to necessarily be holiday, but I liked that these have like a little green embroidered on the side, like a different color, and I think they'll look good and with all of that. So got those, picked these up from Target, and they were like 12 bucks for 4, and I'll have a set of 8. I've been thinking about my tablescape for Christmas this year, so trying to get prepped for that. Been thinking about like how we're gonna decorate outside and all of that. So Christmas is gonna be here before we know it. So I'm planning on decorating before Christmas because there's only 3 weeks between Thanksgiving and Christmas Day. I used to be hell-bent on not decorating before Thanksgiving. And now I'm just like, all right, it is what it is. I also went to Marshall's today, and like, look at this cute little book I got for my little niece. So I'll give that to her. It's like a little, one of these little flip down books or whatever. So super cute. She is 7 months old, so she is like still like gnawing on stuff, you know. And then I'm hosting a cookie exchange this year, and I need to like get that invitation out soon because we're doing it early because our next door neighbors are doing their Christmas party on the 14th, and then we have family coming in on the 20th. So I'm gonna have a Christmas party early, which is also why I'm like doing it. And y'all, I went to Kirkland's today on top of this, and so I do a couple little door prizes and stuff, but like I got this cute little ornament candle, and it smells good. It says fresh fallen snow, but it's like super cute. So that'll be one of the little things. And then I also found, it's a little tacky, but I found this headband, and I have a red red sweatshirt that says Mary on it. And so this is fun. And then I got these like matching little earrings to go with it. See, there's like a Christmas tree bead on there. It's super cute. So I picked that up. It was totally an impulse buy. And then I also got these, which I thought were super cute. Y'all, don't sleep on Kirkland's. They have some really, really cute stuff. So got that stuff for the party. So I've been working on that. Also, I got my art for the bathroom project, which when you see this, you don't know that that's coming, but I am working on our guest bathroom. It's gonna be a 2-part series, but I'll give you a little sneak peek. My amazingly talented friend and mentor, Sarah Melky, she painted this, and I got her to print a copy out for me. It's a piece that she's done that I'm in love with. And it's just like so cute, y'all. Like, I don't know, I've just always loved her sass and her curlers. I thought, how fun in the bathroom would that be? So I've got to get that printed. I also need to remat the prints that I had in the bathroom before. So that is on our to-do list. And I want to start painting Penny's food bowl. So it's blue. It used to go with our, let me show you. And it's fine. It's nice outside today, so I want to get this done. But let me show you. So you can see it's gold. It's really dirty. I need to clean it. But you can see some of the gold has been wearing off, so I need to give it a good coat of gold. And then I want to paint the base of it green so that it so that it matches in here a little bit better, your level. So I want to give that a good scrub and then at least get the spray painted and start painting the rest of it. I might be able to get that done today and then get those prints reframed and hung up. So that's definitely on my to-do list. And you know, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, like let's chat for a second. So I've actually been struggling a little bit. Yesterday when I'm filming this was the 1-year anniversary of Delilah's passing. And so it was a little hard yesterday to find motivation. And I've just kind of been in a slump and not really feeling like picking the camera up. It's not that I haven't been doing stuff, because I have, but it just has been a little bit more difficult to get my rear in gear and film. Because, you know, this kind of stuff, like you want to portray, you know, your best self, and like, you know, you don't want to be super depressed when people don't want to watch you sad, right? Like they really don't. And I understand that, but it makes it a little hard when you're feeling down, and it makes it hard to pick up the camera. So anyway, I have just been a little down in the dumps and been trying to find my way back. And I've talked about this. I suffer from and deal with anxiety, and you know, sometimes some days are better than others, and there's just been a lot going on, so it's just felt like really heavy lately. So anyway, y'all don't need to hear all the things, but it's just know that like I'm trying my best, but it's kind of hard sometimes. So anyway, all that to say, as much as I want to have a dedicated schedule that I stick to, sometimes, you know, my anxiety gets the best of me and I have to take a break and I have to like listen to what my body needs. I also have not been sleeping well, like for the last 2 weeks. Like Penny got kennel cough and has been hacking all weekend or all week, honestly. And then, you know, like I said, I don't know if I talked about it earlier, but we found out that we had some unwanted house guests in our attic that had to be remediated. And that was quite the news to find out. And it was in a lot worse shape. Found out that our inspector that did our inspection on this house, like, did a real shit job and like didn't even go in the attic and didn't go in the crawl space and missed a lot of stuff and a lot of expensive stuff to remediate. So, and as you can probably guess, that when you have unwanted house guests and critters, you know, your mind gets the better of you and it starts to wander, and the next thing you know, like, you're not sleeping for a week. But that has all been taken care of. And then as soon as it was, Penny contracted kennel cough at daycare and has been sounding like a goose every night. So she's on antibiotics now, but it has just been a lot. So anywho, I just haven't been sleeping, which then doesn't really help my anxiety either. So it's just life, guys. It's genuinely life. So anywho, I know that the best thing for me is to be productive. And so yesterday I spent the whole day cleaning the house top to bottom, fresh sheets, mopped floors, folded laundry. You know, I got everything kind of done and ticked and tied, and like that was super nice to have it all done. So it feels good to have that. I didn't film it because honestly, sometimes I do a clean with me and sometimes I don't, and it takes a little bit longer, and it was, I don't know, I just needed a deep clean, be in my head, and like get things done so that I felt accomplished. So I did, I meant to mention, I did this off camera yesterday, but I did condition and clean the leather couches yesterday. So that is something that I did that I forgot to film. And honestly, y'all don't need to see me like taking a bottle and rubbing down the couch. You don't. So anyway, got that done. I am rambling, but let's get started on this. It's a nice day today, and I want to get it spray painted before it gets cold again, because they're calling for potential snow in a few days. So let's do it. I'm going to clean it, and then we're going to spray paint it, and then we're going to paint the rest with a brush. So let's do that. All right, let's move her bowls. This thing has needed a good coat of paint, a new fresh coat of paint. and a good clean for a while. So okay, so I am making a custom color because I didn't want to buy paint, and I had these paint samples, and so why not? So I got these when we were painting our house. There is one called Rockwood Blue Green, which is the color we painted our house, and then one that is called Jade Dragon. I want this to be a yellower green, so I'm gonna use more of this than this, but I'm just gonna mix these so that I can use up the paint that I have. And if I hate it, I'm not out any money, which is great. I'm trying to do things on a budget around these parts, y'all. So it's kind of a yellowy, sagey green color. Honestly, I was hoping it would be a little darker. So I think this is a pretty color. I don't know if you can see that, but I think we're just gonna go with it, see how it goes. So I don't love it with the gold. I got some black spray paint, and I think I might like this green color better with the black spray paint. Or do I just go get a different color green paint? Because this is really light and not really the vibe I was going for. Okay, I'm gonna think about it. Because I don't think this is it. As much as I wanted to use what I had, I don't think this is it. I should let it dry though. But normally I know in my gut if I like something or not. And I think this isn't gonna work out. See how it's just so like sage green? Even after trying to darken it up, I just don't think it looks good with the gold. And I think I would like it better if it was a darker color just for like cleanability anyway. I think I'm gonna have to get some different paint, which is fine. But that means I'm not gonna be able to finish this week, unfortunately. Okay, so since that project did not work out well, we're gonna move on to replacing the mats in these pictures. So I had these, found them a couple years ago, thrifted, and I had them in the bathroom, but the humidity kind of ruined the mats. So, so I've got 1 and 2. Now these are not gonna go back into the bathroom for a couple of reasons. 1, they don't really go in there anymore, and 2, I don't want it to happen again. So we are going to start with replacing the mats and oh, even the art kind of got a little bit, but it's okay. So these were really affordable. Now that I look at it, I guess maybe I got thinner mats before, I don't know, but anyway, we're gonna use these. I picked these up at Michael's 2 weeks ago when I was getting the stuff for Halloween stuff. And I think I'm gonna put them in the living room behind the front door. I need a little art by the window, but I think 2 is gonna be too much there. And oh my goodness, I did this so wrong. Anyway, 2 is gonna be too close and too much on that wall. I think I need something behind the wall. I like kind of to stack them. I'm a girl of symmetry, so I like either to stack them directly one on one, or I like to or I like to put that like top to bottom, or I like to, I hope these fit. These are thicker than the ones I had. Lord have mercy, y'all. I'm a mess over here. Or what am I trying? Stack them on top of each other, or like to put them on either side of the bed so that they are evenly spaced. Hopefully these will go in these frames. I feel like I had an issue with this the last time, that they were too thick, but we shall see. Because these frames just kind of pop in place. I just have too much stuff right here where I'm trying to work. Do better, Kate Hendrick, do better. So anyway, let's hope that this has enough space with this new mat that it pops into place. These thin mats from, because this is not working, like wants to pop out. Nothing I'm doing today is working out. So frustrating. So I am gonna have to go get a little sample of paint, and I think that a sample will be plenty to do that project. So I'm gonna have to do that soon. I see you, Penny. Penny wants in. So I probably won't get the dog food bowl done this week, just because I skipped last week uploading the video, and I don't want to leave y'all hanging 2 weeks in a row. So I am going to have to put that on next week's to-do list. Which I have a couple of things. I want to spray paint a plant stand and all other kinds of stuff too. So that looks good. Now you can kind of see when light's up against it, the light, but I think when I hang it, it'll be fine. So let me get this cleaned up, and then we're going to play around with where we want to hang these. Okay, I have two options. I can either hang them both here, so one on top of each other, which looks like there's nail holes already for that. And I put these in upside down, so I'm gonna have to fix that. Y'all, look at this. I don't know if you can see it, but look at Penny in the kitchen window. Can y'all see that? Look at her. Hi, Pen Pumpkin. What are you doing, huh? You're a mess. You're such a mess. So, okay. So back to what we were doing. I'll let her in a minute. So I can either hang them kind of both here, and here, which this plant is gonna get moved into the dining room, or we can hang them here, but I have a mail slot I have to be mindful of, and I just feel like that's gonna be a lot right here, and we have to keep that table there to keep the mail. So I think I'm gonna put them on this wall actually. So I need to pop this out, swap it around, and then because the hanging hook was at the bottom. So let me do that. We're gonna get some nails and get these hung up. I feel like I'm just talking to y'all a lot, and it seems weird. So let me go get the hammer and nails. Okay. Okay. I've got a couple of different nails options, and I'm thinking where these holes are seems like a good spot. So let's try it out, and hopefully there's enough room between the two. I mean, we could split them, but I don't love that. I don't know, I could always change it later. And let's see where this hole is, if it'll, that looks nice there. Okay, let's do that. We're gonna go with that. Those look nice there. I actually don't even mind it with the plant. But I do want to move that to give some color in the other room. But I think it looks nice. Y'all tell me what you think. I think it looks really pretty. So I got those rematted and hung up. So I think they look nice. So unfortunately we didn't get everything off the list, but we got 95% of it done. So I just gotta get that color, that new color, and let little Penny in. Ooh, watch your tail. Thanks guys for hanging out with me and this week to get things done. I am really gonna try hard to, you know, work through some more things on my bucket list. I want to paint that plant stand behind me there and move it into the dining room. We're about to get ready for Christmas, which is exciting. And I have some other like DIYs and stuff if the weather permits. I wanna paint her stand, and I want to paint the plant stand. And then I've got that bathroom reveal happening pretty soon. So anyway, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, getting things done, starting to finally feel better about myself, or like find myself, I don't know, whatever, and like try to find a new normal. So anyway, I hope you guys have a really great week, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.